Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for tuning in. We have a lot to talk about. And President Trump is going to declare a national emergency. This is something that I've been saying a lot, about 8 times on YouTube, 8 different segments. And the interesting thing is that Democrats believe that through the media and through Congress, they can stop Trump. Problem is, they voted for a fence. They voted for a fence. They have no problem with giving Trump over $1 billion. Stance, yes. They have no problem giving Trump over $1 billion. $1.3 billion. And then Chuck Schumer said, well, for smart security, smart. Just like smart foreign policy led to the absolute devastation in Libya, which was President Obama's biggest mistake. They always use the word smart before something, and then it never works out for Democrats. Smart leadership, for some reason, never works out for Democrats. Why is that? And so they're not really going to stop Trump. And I'll get to it right away. To my super chat, thank you so very much. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, share my latest article in the Federalist. And I'm very, very proud of it. It is how the Green New Deal would exploit poverty-stricken people across the globe. Let me go ahead and find that and share it. I have this a limit to 200 words on the live chat. So hold on one second. Here is the article. Please go ahead and share it. Thank you. Eric H526, you always beat me to it. Please go ahead and share it everywhere. The Federalist is, I think, if not the best, one of the best publications, political publications in all of America. And I'm very, very, very proud that it was published. It's actually doing very well. So share that on every social media platform you have, Twitter, Facebook, everything. Look, and also my Second Amendment channel is just some great uploads of just fully automatic, amazing stuff. So check that out. But I'll get to that in a little later. Democrats are saying, well, we're going to stop Trump. No, you're not going to stop Trump. You're not going to stop President Trump. Because A, YouTube policies, I abide by YouTube policies. YouTube is wonderful. There's an algorithm that if you say certain words, you get demonetized. That's why I'm trying my best to give you the best content I can, but I can't describe what happens at the location between the United States and our southern neighbor. I can't describe that in detail on a live stream or on an upload because it's so heinous what takes place. The atrocities, the crimes committed, that it's literally against YouTube policies to go into detail of the human suffering that flows, the criminal behavior that flows into this country and also into Mexico from us. You ever think that maybe it's probably good for Mexico as well? Maybe they'll be protected from us. Ever thought of that? So there's a lot going on, but it is a national emergency. Read a Charles Bowden book. By the way, to my super chat, thank you so very much. You give me every incentive to rock these live streams. I appreciate it very, very, very much. Look, the Democrats they'll probably pass something in the House. Eric, I will a little later. They'll probably pass something in the House and to stop Trump. And the Senate, they would need the Senate to prevent Trump from declaring a national emergency. Now, McConnell and Lindsey Graham support Trump. So Trump to sign spending bill, declare national emergency. Okay. Then Pelosi warns next president could declare national emergency on guns. No, you can't. That's the Bill of Rights. Sorry. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, Democrats. It doesn't work that way. You can't declare a national... First of all, this happens to be a national emergency. The issue of gun control, whenever there's a horrible tragedy that takes place, that's actually an argument for more citizens armed. I would rather have the person eating the hamburger to the right of me, who is a responsible, law-abiding gun owner, to protect me, or I would rather be able to protect myself in a situation where I'm openly carrying or concealed carry. If somebody comes in while I'm eating a hot dog and tries to, ruin everyone's day. So if someone comes in and tries to just take the lives of innocent people, I'm not going to call Alyssa Milano or Nancy Pelosi. I'm going to actually hope that somebody is there who is a law or a police officer or a law-abiding citizen who can save me from that threat. There's no such thing as a national emergency for gun control. That's ridiculous. First of all, it's the Second Amendment. So this is, and then the climate change national emergency. What are you going to do? Prevent people from buying cars? And I explain in my article today exactly the human suffering, the human toll it takes. The human suffering and the human toll within the Congo, Democratic Republic of the Congo. I explain this in my article, how the Green New Deal would exploit poverty-stricken people across. I explain this in my article in the Federalist about the Congo, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina, China. Where do you think the lithium and the cobalt is found for our wonderful green electric vehicles? Forget about the fact that they use electricity from power plants that are powered by fossil fuels themselves. Forget about the fact that initially it's like 74% more CO2 emissions just to manufacture these vehicles. Oh, but if you drive a certain time, it's carbon neutral. It's like, okay, but for which battery? For the big SUV batteries? Which one? I mean, it's like, all right, but then you have to put more cobalt and more lithium. The mining of lithium and the mining of cobalt is a dangerous, dirty, very, very environmentally, just a great deal of pollution and a tremendous human cost. It's very bad for the environment, but more importantly, it's very bad for the communities that mine the cobalt. But do you think they care? They don't care. They're called. There's a Forbes article that called them blood batteries, and I explain in one mine alone, there's 35,000 children. I quoted a Guardian article. So 35,000 children working in one mine. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think Democrats or AOC or anyone care about the people in the Congo? If you're watching right now in the Congo, in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, or in China, or in Bolivia, or in Argentina, or in Chile, God bless you. Thank you for, what you have to deal with to mine and to extract these minerals, these metals, for the West to feel good about itself. It's all about feeling good about yourselves, don't you know? You gotta feel good about yourself. With Democrats, they use the word existential. They don't even want to vote for it. Like, they have a resolution that they do not even want to vote for. Mitch McConnell is like, yeah, you know what? Let's vote for it. He's like, well, let's vote for it. He's like, they're like, what? You mean you're gonna actually call our bluff? No. Then they're like, don't you know this resolution is to, it's like literally like the way a cult leader would talk to like people he found at the beach or like an airport or something. Don't you know this is to get you motivated, to elicit motivation from within you. It's like, what are you talking about? You have all of these within 10 years. You want all of this done. And you haven't even found a way to create an electric car battery without people suffering in the Congo to get your cobalt. And I explained that in the article. Thank you. Kneeling Catholic, thank you. Thank you, Kneeling Catholic, thank you. Yep, there you go. There you go. And Elon Musk has stated, he wants, so this is U.S. sanctions, Israeli mining mogul Gertler over Congo deals. Well, there you go. So the U.S. already knows. This is not a good thing. Thank you. Zealot now chosen. Thank you. So, I mean, even Elon Musk is like, we're going to, reduce our cobalt to only 3% or a certain percentage of the battery. It's like, well, that's still too much. And with the ramp up, we have 5% of car sales now electric vehicles. What if it's 95? What if it's 95 to 100%? Then what happens? So Pelosi warns GOP next president could declare national emergency on guns. No, they couldn't. No, they couldn't. Want to know why? Because there's more blue dog Democrats. Well, there are blue dog Democrats like Connor Lamb in Pennsylvania who won't vote for it. There are Democrats like Joe Manchin in West Virginia who won't vote for it. So go ahead and try this. Look, this is a Republican goal, objective for a long time. Republicans did not have the spine to do it. Trump is going to declare a national emergency, like I said he would, like 8 different times. And what he's done also is he's signing a bill that gives him money for the wall. And in addition to that, he's going to bypass Congress and get billions of dollars in unobligated funds. So Joaquin Castro here, if real Donald Trump declares a national emergency to fund his border, well, I'm prepared to introduce a resolution to terminate the president's emergency. Go ahead. Introduce the resolution, and it'll pass the House, and it won't pass the Senate. They're going to the House Democrats, and I don't mind that. That's they run the House, so go ahead and do it. Mark Langley, exactly. Go ahead and do it. If you're Democrats, go ahead and do it. What do I care? Do something aside from voting on these non-binding resolutions. Do something. Go declare a national emergency. This is fantastic. Also, own it. If you're Democrats, and this is going to be hilarious too, because then there'll be some Democrats will be like, do we really want to own the fact that what's happening at that geographic location is not a national emergency? Because like I said, YouTube policies prevent me from explaining exactly all the atrocities, the trafficking of all human everything, narcotics. I mean, I can't go into it. You just read. If I could read certain articles just from last month regarding what's taking place, atrocities, everything. Last year, past 5 years, an excerpt from a Charles Bowden book. Type in Charles Bowden. He's a national treasure. But Democrats want to feel good. That's why, they wanted Clinton to feel good. They felt so good. They felt great. In Jacob Javits Center, they were feeling great. I told them in 2015, but, whatever. So everyone was sent should contact the representatives to support it. Okay, yeah, it'll pass the House. It'll pass the House, and it won't pass the Senate. Sam Jage! It's unbelievable how Nancy and Chuck are doubling and tripling down the same contradicting there. Yeah. Exactly. Sam, you're 100% right. Well, Sam, it also makes you wonder, do they even secretly they probably understand why Trump is doing this. Makes you wonder how serious they are with their own value system. I think William Barr will eventually start with Peter Strzok, because he's talked about the Strzok page texts. So, Sam Jage, thank you. Thank you, Sam. But I mean, a lot of it's going down. A lot of it, a lot of it's going down, ladies and gentlemen. I'm People still think, by the way, this is funny. People still think that I am on Twitter. I am not on Twitter. I just this is hilarious. This is Peter Dow wrote this in April of 2018. H.A. Goodman wrote some of the most viral anti-Clinton articles in 2016. Thank you, Peter Dow. Thank you for your kind words. Shared in big numbers by the pro-Bernie, Hillary-hating left. Thank you again. He is now an open Trump supporter. Will we hear any mea culpas? For what? For what? There's a lot of people like me. For what? The great economy? Peace between North and South Korea? For what? But this is interesting. This is hilarious. Um, We're not going to be able to stop Trump because he's right. It actually is a national emergency. There's not really they're not going to be able to stop Trump. So, you know, that's pretty much the deal here. They're gonna try to stop Trump. They're gonna try to stop Trump. And it's not gonna work. It'll stop in the Senate, and that's it. They'll get the Senate will the Republicans in the Senate will block any legislation. And that's where we're heading now. So there's really nothing like they're like really upset and they're fighting and but this is good though. This is good. This is very good. And it's like this has been like the most horrible like 3 weeks. The most horrible, I mean, it's like you have reports, this major report that said President Trump told Michael Cohen to lie, and then Mueller's like, no, he didn't. And then you have fast forward a couple of weeks to like the other day. Oh, the Senate found nothing after 2 years. There's no evidence of anything. That confirms everything I've been saying about Mueller. Just confirms everything I've been saying about Mueller. And then you had like a whole bunch of scandals recently where it was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that wasn't true. That didn't work out. That didn't work out. And so it's like, what are Democrats going to do next? What what are Democrats going to do next? Really? What are they going to do next? They came out with a Green New Deal that is absurd, that everyone's laughing at. They won't even vote on the Green New Deal because they realize it's ludicrous. They won't even vote on it. So it's like, then they lost on the funding battle for the wall. Then what's next? Where's this big win for Democrats? By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Twitter. This is the Twitter link to the Federalist article. If you're on Twitter, share it. If you're on Twitter, please share it. This is the actual Twitter link to the Federalist article. And so, but like, where is, aside from promising Medicare for all for people, where's the victory for Democrats? Like, they promised they promised to abolish ICE. They gave funding to Trump, and they know very well he's going to use whatever they give for the construction of a wall. They know that. Now he's going to bypass Congress and declare a national emergency, like I said he would 8 times. Then he's going to, by the way, the courts aren't going to stop him because the Ninth Circuit actually sided with Trump. This is a Ninth Circuit California court sided with Trump regarding a lawsuit. So just recently, the Senate GOP was pretending, oh, well, we really don't want a national emergency to be. No. It's like, if there's a senator who votes with Democrats, that senator will not be reelected. There's a whole bunch up for reelection in 2020. That senator will not be reelected. There goes the political career. That is political, the end of your political career in the Republic, the absolute end. The absolute, and Republicans and conservatives or Trump voters or independents are not like Democrats. Democrats can actually cheat Bernie Sanders, blame Russia, say the most horrendous things, do the most horrific things, and they'll get away with it because Democrats, the voters, are like a bunch of lemmings. They'll just vote like automatons. They're just going to vote no matter what. It doesn't matter what happens. They'll always say, well, Republicans are worse, huh? Republicans are worse. You got to, circle the wagons. But it's different in the Republican side, because people will remember, like, wait a second, you voted, you were the one vote, you're the one of 3 or 4 votes that prevented Trump from building the wall that would protect the country. It's actually a moral issue for both sides, on both sides of the wall. So, and I'm not even looking at it from the perspective of, human beings coming in wanting a better life. No, I get that. I have friends who are dreamers. You know what they want? Citizenship. I have friends who are undocumented immigrants. I've known amazing people. But guess what? They want a pathway to become a citizen. That's not what Democrats are giving. Democrats are using that issue and every issue for all their constituents to just kind of like a carrot, just incentive. You better vote for us. If you don't vote for us, you'll get big bad Trump, who will have a great economy and great foreign policy. So, I mean, there's really not much they're going to do. There's just not much they're going to do. There's not much they can do. And it's just not much they can do. Democrats right now are powerless. They just really are powerless. And then this is the Federalist, great tweet sharing my article in their publication. Nickel, lithium, and cobalt are used to create electric cars. Little may Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez realize, but indigenous people around the globe are harmed by mining practices. Of course they are. I explained that in my article. Share that everywhere. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not about yes. My live chat is awesome. It's not about reality, it's about feeling good and preaching. You have to preach, you have to feel good. They said to abolish ICE. They wanted to abolish ICE. Where's the bill to abolish ICE? Where's the bill to implement Medicare for all? Where's the bill for the Green New Deal? Well, that's a resolution. I mean, it's a non-binding, it's not legislation. You mean to tell me that all the Democratic policies that they promised are unrealistic and not feasible? And that they were just lying to people just to obtain power for Nancy Pelosi and Clinton? You mean to tell me that people were deceived yet again? Yet again? And I was the bad guy when I was on the left to let people know, hey, you're being deceived again. It is going to be so vindicating and beautiful and amazing when Trump wins again in 2020. All the people who preached for 2 years about Trump, Russia, and very likely in the next 2 years will be about Clinton, the uranium deal, the Clinton email, not just the national security threat of transferring top secret intelligence outside of the United States government. Yeah, that's a serious issue. Very serious issue. Extremely serious. And now they're just upset. I mean, like, he's they can't stop him. House approves border security package as the White House prepares to declare national security. So there you go. Just in. House passes government funding bill on 300 to 128 vote. So they're they're expediting. They know, like, they're basically giving Trump this political win. They're expediting the win. If they really cared, the government shutdown, Democrats derive their power from the government. So House approves border security package as the White House prepares to declare national emergency. All right. Let's look at the national emergencies. National emergencies by president. The problem is, it's not 31 national emergencies. Hold on one second. That have been in effect for years. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 national emergencies under President Obama. Well, how many? Let's see, a list of how many national emergencies declared by Obama. Oh, and then of course, it's not the um of course, Obama declared many national emergencies, but they were emergency declarations by Obama, Bush, and Clinton were overwhelmingly for the purpose. Well, that doesn't mean entirely of addressing crises that emerged abroad. So, yeah, and your point is what? They declared a national emergency. They bypassed Congress, and they did so with frequency. So what? Let's see. There was a list. There was a list of, if he doesn't sign it, he's not going to be able to oh, what is this? The Supreme Court is not going to very I would doubt the Supreme Court would say it's not a true national emergency. So, let's see. National emergencies declared. National emergencies declared by each president. The U.S. has declared 58 national emergencies since 1979. 58. Trump has already declared 3 national emergencies in the National Emergency Act. Obama had, what, like 8, like 10, or no, 12. George W. Bush declared 13 national emergencies. Barack Obama declared 12. So this is not unprecedented. And it's not just a policy. It's not just a policy objective. It's an issue where there is a national security risk in terms of trafficking of various, criminal activities that I can't even, like, it's so bad you can't really discuss it on YouTube because it's against the algorithm. But I love these moral people, these wonderful moral people who want young, just children in other countries to mine their cobalt and lithium and nickel. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning in. I think we are going to, I'm going to go ahead and, well, let's just hold on one second. Let's see here. Trump will declare national emergency. You know what? Let's see. Trump. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to declare a national emergency soon. Definitely watch the upload. Make sure you have all the notifications to this channel. And before you go, please, please, please share my article in the Federalist. And definitely check out HA Second Amendment. So here's the Federalist article. Donnie, thank you. Good night. And Tina Bobina, read your article, loved it. Thank you, Tina Bobina. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone, you gotta watch. This is my segment with a World War II era grease gun, an M3. It's awesome. It's right here. Roosevelt Media, thank you. Definitely check out HA Second Amendment. I'll be uploading some more, some great segments actually very soon. Give me your thoughts. Thank you to my super chat. Thank you. LLKJ, thank you. God bless everyone. It's going to be an interesting week, actually evening, and then tomorrow's going to be interesting too. Thank you, everyone.